Y'all, I just made my yummy chicken noodle soup, so let me show you how I make it. All right, y'all, let's get started on this yummy chicken noodle soup. You know it's cold season coming up, and we always need a good recipe from chicken noodle soup. So in my pot, I've got me a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of salted butter. To that, I'm gonna put now let me show you, I cut my carrots up. Now honey, you cut your carrots and your celery up whatever size you want. But I used about 6 carrots and about 4 celery stalks. And I also put the little leaves on top in it. And I just saute this in the butter and oil for about 5 or 10 minutes. But now you don't have to use as much celery or carrots that I did, but I love the carrots and celery in my chicken noodle soup. So we're gonna cook this up for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll get ready for the next little ingredient. Okay, now honey, we have sauteed this about 10 minutes, and I like to get, a little bit of that roasted look on them. To me, it just pulls out more of the flavor, but if you don't like to roast these things up like this, honey, just drop them in the pan with your liquid and boil them till they get good and done. But I do like to roast mine a little bit in my pan as I'm frying them up. So to this, I'm gonna add I've got 8 cups of chicken broth. Earlier, I did a little video, and you can find it, of how I bake my chicken in chicken broth, how I made that. And I used that broth in this, and it's better than bouillon. And I'm gonna pour that over in here with the bay leaves. Gotta get all that yummy flavor out of it. Okay, now honey, in this I had the 4 cups of my chicken broth that I made with my chicken bouillon, and then I added 4 cups of water, and I just pour that on over in there. To that, I'm gonna add me about a half a teaspoon of thyme. Okay, and to this, I'm gonna add me my 2 chicken breasts, and they were pretty big. And I just shredded that up. We're gonna add that to that. And honey, I know some of you like to use chicken thighs, but honey, use whatever you want when you make it. Make it yours. I'm just sharing my little recipe. So what I'm gonna do with this before I add my noodles, because I like to pre-cook my noodles and get them almost done, because to me, if I just pour them on over in this liquid and let them cook, to me, before the vegetables get good and done, then the noodles get too soggy, and I don't like no soggy noodles. So we're gonna get our vegetables soft, and then we'll pour our cooked noodles over in this. And I'll be back to show you when I get the noodles ready to pour in it. Okay, y'all, our little vegetables are done, and I cooked mine about 30 minutes, and now they're tender and soft. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour my little egg noodles in there that's already been pre-cooked. All right, now we're gonna mix this up. Now see, you gotta always check once it's boiled down. Now I'm gonna need to add me a little bit more water, and I'll be right back and let you know how much. Okay, now after I put my whole bag of noodles in this, I had to add some more liquid, so I added about 6 more cups to it with 1 tablespoon of better than bouillon, and I mixed that all up. Now honey, I wanted to remind you, you take them bay leaves out after it gets done, because you don't want none of your little ones to get choked on that, okay? All right, so now I've brought this to a boil, and I have brought it back down. I boiled it for about 2 minutes after I got these noodles back in it, and then I pulled the heat back down, because I'm gonna add me a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. Now, you don't have to add heavy whipping cream, and I will suggest to you, if you're sick, don't add it. But honey, if you ain't sick, add it, because it makes it yummy. Now let's mix that up and see if that's enough. See how creamy that makes it? Let's see if I need to add a little bit more. We're going to add just a little bit more. That's it. Okay, to this big pot of chicken noodle soup, I added about 3/4 cups of heavy whipping cream. And you don't want to add it till the very end, and then you can cook it about 5 more minutes and let all these little flavors incorporate together. Y'all, look how pretty this looks. Now, my family loves this, and I hope y'all do. Y'all know how Nanny Shell is. Honey, I gotta taste it before I let anybody eat it. Get me a little bite of this. Honey, that is yummy. So you know what? Go make some of this and share it with your friends and family. And honey, make some beautiful memories. And always remember to smile because God sure does love you. And baby, He's got this no matter what.